Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, it is a cold, crisp morning here in Idaho, and I have got the little DJI Mini 2 with me today. And I am at a different park than I've ever shown you before. I'm at Julius Kleiner Park. It's early enough in the morning, there aren't a lot of people around. This is a pretty busy park, so I've never flown here before. Obviously you don't want to fly over people, but this early in the morning there's not going to be a lot of folks here, so I think I can get up and fly around the park and show you around a little bit, and you can see what this is all about. So give me just a second and I'll get this guy ready to go. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, what you're looking at here is Kleiner Park, and looking at the I guess this would be the north pond. So off on the right hand side of the screen is a little stage area, band shell I guess you'd call it, and there's a kind of a natural amphitheater there. So anyway, let's just take a look here, and we should be able to get some altitude. And like I said, I'm very I want to make sure we avoid going over the top of anybody here. And I see a couple people on the trail there, but let's go over the top of the north pond here. And this is a 3-acre pond, and obviously this time of the year there's not the grass isn't terribly green, and there's not a lot of leaves on the trees, but as you'll see, there's a lot of ducks and geese that call these ponds home this time of year. South pond here is about I guess 1.5 acres. They first broke ground on this park in 2010, and I'm trying to remember exactly when it became active. And was open to the public. I think that was about 2012 or so. And what you see off to the right here, and I'm going to kind of center on it, is a senior center. And I know that they prepare meals there for the Meals on Wheels program. And then let's move a little bit further forward here. And I'm staying up high so that we're not bothering anybody. And look at all those birds down there in the pond. Let's see if we can get over the top of them here. Lots of ducks and geese. And then right there, there's 3 of these sculptures, or they call them obelisks, and they're made from. Evidently, there was a bridge on this property, and they used some of the steel girders from that bridge. Now, right in front of that is a veterans memorial, and so all of the branches of the service are represented there. And then you can see off in the distance there's another one of those obelisks. Let's see if we can cross on over there. And then you can see restrooms, obviously, and picnic shelters, so they can accommodate a lot of people. And this is kind of an arboretum in this area. All these trees are labeled, and you can walk on that trail and see what tree is what. And there again is another one of those obelisk sculptures. And then you can also see that there is a I can't remember what they call that puzzle there, but it's in the concrete. Kind of like a hedge maze, but it is a maze of some sort, and you know you can walk around that. And obviously, it's just different colors in the concrete, but that's kind of interesting. Let's back off here and get you another look at that. In fact, let's go around. Let's go to the other side of it here, and we'll turn around. And what we're seeing there is that's the maintenance buildings. And I noticed, like on this property, I think that's where they do start a lot of the flowers and seedlings and stuff that they plant here. So there's that other statue, that other obelisk, and you can see the sun is low in the sky and it's casting a big shadow. There's 3 of them here. I'll show you the third one here in a second. And we're looking kind of to the west here, and this is called the Meridian Village Shopping Center. Pretty popular place. It's one of those kind of outdoor type shopping centers that I don't know if you'd still call it a mall or whatever, but it's kind of supposed to look like an old Italian village or something. And there again, there's the other side of the memorial. Boy, look at all the birds around that lake. Pick up the camera here, and we are gonna stay over the ponds, and that way we know we're not over the top of this. Well, I'll stop here for a second, and you can see this kind of big, wide, almost looks like a boulevard, which is a trail that kind of goes through the center of the park and connects the 2 ponds, and then off to the right, or excuse me, the left over here is kind of the children's play area. And I'm not going to go over that, but I'm going to center the camera on it. And those are apartment buildings that they just built off into the distance. And this is another shopping center right here. I don't know if that's exactly attached to the village or not, but you know, another big shopping center. So there is a lot of activity here. Let me lower the gimbal here a little bit, and you can see the little roundabout here. You can kind of drive around the whole park. And then at the very end of this kind of center mall here is the little amphitheater. So let's kind of get over there and take a look. So we're going to come back, and you can see the trails that are all through the park here. Which is where I often go to get some walking in. Again, normally I would probably be flying a little bit lower than this, but I don't want to bother anybody, so this is a pretty active park. Although, you know, we're not seeing a lot of people here now, so probably wouldn't hurt. There's some folks right there, so we will stay clear. We're not going to cross over that. But there is the third obelisk that is part of the park here, that's right next to the amphitheater. And again, that's made from steel that was on a bridge, I guess, on the property here. Let's see if we can kind of get around the other side of it. I think that those people walked by there, so we'll go right over the top of the amphitheater here, and you can see that obelisk. And I think let's see if we can't move to the other side. And you can see there's another picnic shelter there. They're all over here. They've got, and you can reserve those. So I'm going to get over here and turn around so you can see the other side of the amphitheater. And that's some apartment buildings that, boy, I mean, there is a lot of development going on again. And high density areas here. Look at all these apartments. And this stuff is all, you know, just within the last year or two, all of this stuff went up. I'm just kind of moving over here so you can see it all. And then off in the distance there, I'm going to pick up the gimbal kind of at the center of the camera now. Those are kind of duplex looking things. Like I said, really working on a lot of high density building here, dwellings. Okay, let me kind of move forward here and we'll turn around and see if we can get the other side of the amphitheater. Those nearest apartment buildings there, I don't think they're even open yet. Yeah, that gives you a much better look at the amphitheater. Let's see if we can move around it here. And they, you know, in the summertime, they have concerts and so forth there. And then this hill that you see that's in front of it, you can, you know, you can throw down your blanket there and enjoy the music. And of course, lots of trees there. You can imagine that in a few years there'll be a lot of shade there. And yeah, lots of stuff going on. We pick up the gimbal here a little bit and you can kind of see all the trails that go through this thing all over the place. And I'm going to turn around here and kind of get you a better look at, we're going to stop right here, and I am kind of looking into the sun here a little bit. But this is kind of the children's play area, and that's a splash pad there. A lot of activity there usually, and of course we're here early enough in the morning that there's not. But then the other thing I want to show you, and I'm going to see if I can zoom in on it. Right in the center of my screen there is a statue of Julius Kleiner. We're going to zoom in, and that's probably as far as I can zoom. Let me zoom back out, and maybe I can get to the other side of it and get you another look. And I don't see anybody on these trails, so I think we're good here. We'll rotate around. And there at the bottom of the screen you can see the statue of Julius Kleiner. And let's zoom in again here. There's Julius right there. Zoom back out. Okay, let's take one more tour of the park here, and then we'll bring it home. There again, like what you're looking at there is what they call the North Pond, and then as we cross here, this will be the South Pond. Drop the camera down here, and I also want to show you something else. We can see here we're almost directly over the top of it. At the bottom of the screen here, yeah, you can see somebody working out there, so we're going to make sure we stay away from that person, but there's some exercise machines there if you want to work out. And then they built this little platform, and I've never seen anybody fishing on it. You'll see a lot of people fishing in these ponds. Pardon me, you'll see a lot of people fishing in these ponds, but I don't know that I've ever seen anybody fishing off of that little pier there. But they built that, and it's kind of fun to go out there and look at everything in the lake. And boy, lots of birds there. And there again, there's that obelisk that we were looking at earlier, and the senior center. Moved a little bit faster there than I wanted to. Pick up the camera here, and just to kind of give you a little point of reference here. And you know, in a lot of my videos I show a picture of the Boise front, the mountains that are above Boise, and there they are right there. Let's pick up the camera a little bit. We're kind of staring almost directly here at downtown Boise. Let's I think we should zoom in on that a little bit. I'm going to pick up the gimbal, and we're going to see if we can zoom right in on the mountains there. There we go. That's 2 times zoom. And the Bogus Basin Ski Resort right there at the top. Drop that camera back down. And again, you know, you can see the plethora of walking trails here. There's just plenty of opportunity to get some exercise. I see one person walking by. We're going to go right behind them. And there's another picnic shelter there. Like I said, they have a lot of those available that you can rent for special events, etc. And that's Boise right there, Boise and Meridian. Well, it looks like the drone is wanting to come home. We're down to 20%. Get you one more look at the park here. And we'll bring the drone home. Hey, okay, I hope you enjoyed that little flight with the DJI Mini 2. I got some notes here. I got some more facts about the park. Total trees in the park, 1,300. Pathway mileage is 3.3 miles. The entire park is 60 acres. The North Pond is 3 acres. The South Pond is 1.5 acres. 37 acres of turf. They're saying that 62 fallen soldiers are honored in the Rock of Honor Memorial that I showed you on the end of the park there. And then, it was dedicated. Well, no, the Rock of Honor, the memorial, was dedicated in November 2011. And then 2010, again, was when the groundbreaking ceremony was. The Julius M. Kleiner statue was made by a sculptor named Thomas J. Warren. And the obelisks were built by another artist named J. Amber Conger. The Senior Center opened in May of 2012. And yeah, the $25 million park was donated to the city of Meridian by Eugene Kleiner in honor of his father, Julius. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit of the history of Julius Kleiner. He was a Ukrainian immigrant, came to America from Russia in 1915, ended up in the Spokane area, got into the dairy business, bought out a creamery in Caldwell, Idaho, nearby here. So in 1944, Julius Kleiner purchased this property in Meridian from the Morrison Knudsen Company and built a dairy farm here, essentially, and presumably to supply milk for his creamery. But anyway, that's kind of the basic history. And I'm going to, at the end of this video, as I go on my walk today, I'm going to take some pictures of some of the things with my iPhone so that you can get kind of a close-up of some of this stuff. So that'll be the bonus content for this video. So anyway, I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I appreciate you taking the time to look at this video today. And yeah, of course, we'll see you on the next one. Julius Kleiner Park here. It's just a great place to walk and get some exercise. And yeah, we'll see you. Bye now.